Good Friday morning, Streak Advice Nation. Happy Friday to everybody out there. Very excited that we got the weekend right ahead of us. And I'm very excited for this awesome episode of Quickpicks coming your way. Going to be very short, sweet, and to the point. That's what I'm trying to make. Quickpicks, under 10 minutes, getting your morning started the right way with Streak Advice. And yeah, so let's hop right into it. We have some cycling this morning that just started. I would have picked Mark Cavendish or Peter Sagan in this one. Very low confidence, though, win 2 or less. Make sure you check out the SPX page on streakadvice.com for the tennis stuff this morning. And tweet the guys at Streak Advice FC for some of the soccer. But let's get into the baseball here. Pirates and Cubs at 4:05 Eastern. Francisco Liriano on the mound for the Pirates. He is 7-3 on the year with a 2.23 ERA. Last game he threw against the Brewers, 6 innings, 1 earned and a win. Jeff Samardzija on the mound for the Cubs, 5-7 on the year with a 3.34 ERA. Last game was against Seattle, throwing 7 innings, 2 earned and no decision. I'm picking the Pirates here today. Francisco Liriano does really well against the Pirates. He is, I forget the stat now. Why can't I remember this? This is important. But Francisco Liriano has been doing really well this season. Obviously 7-3 on the year. He's been doing great, and I think his last 2 games against the Cubs this season, he's thrown 2 against the Cubs so far, throwing 7 innings in each, only allowing 2 hits in each, and not giving them a single run. So he does really well against the Cubs. So I'm going to be picking the Pirates here today. They are minus 125 favorites on the money line. I'm going to be picking them with a win 3 or less. Now later on, we got Braves and the Phillies. Tim Hudson on the mound for the Braves. He is 4-7 on the year with a 4.22 ERA. His last game was against Arizona, throwing 5 2/3, 4 earned and no decision. Cliff Lee on the mound for the Phillies, 9-2 on the year with a 2.59 ERA. Last game was against the Dodgers, 7 innings, 3 earned, no decision. Now, Cliff Lee has been doing awesome this year. Since losing on May 1st to Cleveland, he has gone 7-0 in his last 11 outings. He's thrown the most innings in baseball during that span, 82 2/3 innings. And, he's just been going great, and he's limited the opposition to 2 or fewer runs in 8 of those games. So Cliff Lee has been doing awesome. He started off his career, though, not very good against the Braves with a 6.15 ERA in his first 5 career starts against them. But ever since then, in his last 6 starts against the Braves, he is 4-1 with a .78 ERA, limiting them to a 176 average in 46 innings with 45 strikeouts and 3 walks. So he has been doing fantastic against the Braves throughout his career, ever since he started to figure them out, midway through. Another thing, Ryan Howard versus Tim Hudson. Ryan Howard is tied with Jose Reyes for the second most hits all time off Hudson. He's 22 for 67, so he's batting .328 against him, and he's had 7 home runs against Tim Hudson. I think those things combined, the awesome pitching of Cliff Lee, the Phillies are home. Put all those things together, Phillies seem like a solid pick. They are minus 138 favorites on the money line. I'm picking them today with a win 5 or less. Next up, we got the Orioles and the Yankees. Miguel Gonzalez on the mound for the Orioles. He's 6-3 on the year with a 3.77 ERA. Last game was against Cleveland, 6 2/3 innings, 3 earned runs and a win. Ivan Nova on the mound for the Yankees, 2-2 on the year with a 4.63 ERA. Last game was against the Orioles, 5 2/3 innings, 2 earned runs and a no decision. I like the Orioles a lot here today. They are minus 109 favorites on the road against the Yankees. They've been doing really well this year. They have a slight lead on the Yankees in the division, and have just been playing better baseball overall. The Yankees have been struggling, and I think they're going to continue to struggle through the rest of the year. Injuries, and they're just not the same team that you would expect from the Yankees, but we'll see how that goes in the second half of the year after the All-Star game. I just think the offense with Chris Davis and Adam Jones and Matt Wieters all for the Orioles will, take Nova. I'll be able to hit him pretty easily, I think. He was actually, the last time he pitched was actually against the Orioles, so he had an okay game against them last time, but I think today will be different, and I think the Orioles are going to get a close win here today. I'd be picking the Orioles with a win 4 or less. Now let's get into some CFL real quick. Got the Calgary Stampeders versus the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Saskatchewan is a -127. Calgary is a +104. It's the home opener for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And one thing I wanted to mention was that I checked on the CFL's website, and they have the power rankings. Calgary is number 1 in their power rankings, and Saskatchewan is number 4. So don't always go with the sheep in the CFL things. It's kind of a weird. People just see a higher percentage pick, and they all just start picking that higher percentage, and it makes it even, it makes it not proportionate. You don't want to do that because, if a bunch of people that have no idea are picking it, it's going to go out of control. But today I actually do think Saskatchewan's going to win. One reason being is it's their home opener today. Both teams won their first game of the season. Saskatchewan won their first game on the road. Calgary won their first game at home. Now they're flipping. Calgary comes to Saskatchewan, and I think Saskatchewan gets it done for the home crowd today. Win 3 or less on that. Not a ton of confidence because it is the CFL, but it is actually really fun to watch this time of year because we don't have football right now. So if you love football, which I know most people do, this is a great thing to watch. I was actually watching a game last night. I can't remember it was Winnipeg and someone else. I can't remember. Alberta or something. I don't remember. But it was a lot of fun to watch. It's football again. You're getting excited. It gets me amped up for football season, which is the preseason starts in about a month. So we're getting there. Now the last thing I wanted to talk about today was the Dodgers and the Giants tonight. Young-Jin Ryu on the mound for the Dodgers. He is 6-3 on the year with a 2.83 ERA. His last game was against Philly. 7 innings, 2 earned, no decision. Matt Cain on the mound for the Giants. 5-4 on the year with a 4.29 ERA. His last game was against Colorado. 8 innings, 1 earned, no decision. So Matt Cain looking like the old Matt Cain, the great Matt Cain, with that game against Colorado. 8 innings, only 1 earned run. The Giants are -124 favorites at home today. I think this is going to be a very close game. Both teams almost identical records. The Dodgers look like I think the Dodgers have 1 game ahead of the Giants, and the Giants are 1-9 in their last 10, while the Dodgers are 8-2 in their last 10. So they're both coming on losing streaks here, but one team's been on fire, and one team has been as cold as you could possibly be. So I'd be picking tonight. I'm going to be picking the Dodgers just because of how hot they have been, and Puig continues to hit the ball, and he's batting .430 since making his major league debut a little more than a month ago. He just continues to impress people. I really hope he's at the All-Star game because that would make the ratings for the All-Star game go up that much more. I don't know. That's been a heated debate lately if Puig should be in or not because he's only been there for a month. I'd like to hear what you guys had to think about that. Tweet me at Streak Advice if you think Puig should be in the All-Star game. I personally do. He's done enough to show that he is a powerful guy. He can do pretty much everything. He just continues to pound people. He hits home runs. He does it all. He's exciting. Baseball needs exciting players. Like another guy, Mike Trout. He's very exciting to watch. All these young guys coming in. I mean, sure, like Pujols was fun to watch back in the day, but all it does is hit for power. Puig and Trout, these guys can do everything. So it's a lot more fun to watch. Like Miguel Cabrera. Yeah, he hits a lot of balls deep. He definitely is very fun to watch, but personally I'd rather watch a guy like Puig or Trout than Cabrera because these guys can do absolutely everything. But yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to talk about today. Thanks again, everybody, for listening to this episode of Quickpicks. I'm Luke Tomaster for StreakAdvice.com, the now number 1 followed Streak Advisor on Twitter, so I'm very excited about that. So just follow me at Streak Advice. Follow the other guys at Streak Advice SPX, at Streak Advice FC. Check out the website for all of your Streak for the Cash needs. I'm Luke DeVasta for StreakAdvice.com. Thanks again, everybody, for listening to today's show, and streak on.